it's like I'd waited my whole life for that moment.
How we fucking doing, man? Welcome back to the channel with yours truly, Kristian. Make sure you're part of the Kristian Kasanova family, smashing that subscribe button, banging those sexy notifications on. Alright man, got a naughty fucking treat for you today. In this video, we are going to listen to an interview that I did with Ryan, okay? So Ryan recently completed a 3-day intensive, individually tailored, one-on-one boot camp with myself in London. Ryan shared a shit ton of fucking value, yeah? So very much at the beginning of his street seduction journey. We had a fucking trippy one, didn't we, man? Mad weekend, mad experiences, mad times. I very much like to view these weekends as the sickest fucking weekend of your life. We undergo so many personal transformations, and if after listening to this interview you are inspired by Ryan's bootcamp experience, you are ready to revolutionize your reality, then drop me an email, ukdaygame@gmail.com, and we'll get shit started. Anyway man, enjoy the interview. We're gonna start recording. Oh, we are fucking recording. Alright. Oi, fucking oi. Well, here we are in a swanky Soho apartment with an absolute legend. In my company today is Ryan.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome. We've had it's been a time, hasn't it? It's been a fucking real one. It's been just fucking vibes in that absolute trippy one. So yeah, we basically had a weekend together in London. You've been involved in one of Kristian's bespoke, individually tailored boot camp. So I've got you here. We're sat around the table, drinking water. This one that I'm drinking is probably out of fucking date. But anyway, we're here. So what I'd like you to do is just tell us about what your experience has been this weekend with the boot camp, and just like, you know, how Kristian has just like worked wonders for you.
Oh man, how has the experience been? Fucking hell, that's it. I can swear.
Yeah, you can swear, man. There are no rules, they do what the fuck you want.
I can't not swear.
Yeah, no, it's your fucking life, man. Do what you want.
Yeah, that's a loaded question. How's this experience been? To summarize it, it was just mind-blowing. It was not. I'd consumed so much information before actually doing any approaching, and then realized it's just nothing. It's everything and nothing like I fucking thought it would be. Basically,
yeah.
Like, it's just a whole new world. You know, like Aladdin.
Yeah. Like Aladdin, man.
Is it Aladdin?
Yeah, I think so, man. That's one where they're riding on that fucking carpet, innit?
Yeah. And now I'm on the fucking magic carpet.
Now you're on that fucking magic carpet, magical fucking mystery ride, man. It's like, how different does your life feel now compared to when we first started a couple of days ago?
Yeah, it's I'm thinking about now when I go back to Cardiff, how like, it's just I kind of feel like, how the fuck have I not thought about this for the last like 15-20 years of being allowed to leave my house, you know? So and I've realized, and I also feel like I've just, like, obviously I haven't got the superpower yet. I'm not in any way good or anything yet, but I understand there's levels to it, but I'm just looking forward to getting back. And like, I think after the kind of shit that we were doing on Oxford Street,
oh mate, tell me certain things about certain things, man. Fucking hell.
Just running after like, just trying to stop two of the hottest birds that I've ever seen in my life, that would seem so out of my depth on a busy, crowded street.
Yeah.
I think when you push yourself into that fucking out of that comfort zone, you cement like a new baseline of what's possible.
Yeah.
And I just wish that I'd done it sooner, essentially, because, you know, every day, and it's almost like you feel guilty now when you just see hot girls go past. It's like, fuck, I should be speaking to all of them, because you just never know.
Yeah, man.
There's that who knows thing.
Yeah, I love that. You never know. You never know until you know. And it's like, so many guys are going around like, she looks bitchy, she looks busy. Shut the fuck up. Just go speak to her. You've got nothing to lose. It's no risk. Literally, no risk, high reward. Like, there's nothing to fucking lose.
Yeah.
Do you know?
You've got to get in. Oh, mate, and it. I can't even get my fucking words out. I've got so much to say, and I'm trying to make it non-waffly as possible. But I think one of the biggest realizations was that, like, I weirdly thought, when I watch all these people, the beginner stuff, I'm like, I can chat better than that. I've got better chat than that. But when it's on and you're like entering the arena yourself, and you stop your first girl, all your fucking usual personality just goes out the fucking window. Like, and time and time again, you just inch forward a little bit, but there's no going back then, you know. But yeah, I would say if anyone is listening, literally stop consuming again and again and again, and fucking take action as soon as possible, because I've said this a million times, but it reminds me of jiu-jitsu. I was watching you watch these advanced tutorials on YouTube, you think, yeah, I could do that, and then you get on the mat and it all goes out the fucking window anyway. So like, you could watch a year of jiu-jitsu, you go in, you're gonna get fucked up, but you're gonna enjoy those bruises, you're gonna carry them with pride. And like, I'm gonna go home now just reliving these frantic interactions. It's funny because it's not frantic, it's really not, but it feels it. You engage with this girl, you've stopped her, if you manage to stop her, and then there's this, like, to you there's this whirlwind, to her she's like, so what the fuck do you want? but to me it was like everything else disappears and she's just there, and it's on. It's like Pokemon, man. It's like
fucking Pokemon.
It's like you enter the fucking arena on Pokemon, and you've got your moves. And you gotta pick the right ones on the fly.
And sometimes, man, all you've got is your fucking Magikarp and Splash. But you know what, man? You have to fucking make miracles out, don't you?
I know, but you want to go for the shiny ones.
Of course you do. You want the red fucking Gyarados, man. Like, that's the fucking vibe, isn't it? When that fucker comes on your screen, you're like, no, man. You can die a happy man now. So, tell us about your first approach, man. Tell us about that first approach we did in Trafalgar Square.
Yeah, I think so. I've grown up, basically, I've never really got the girls. All my mates got the girls. Always had such negative fucking self-image. Even like, just an added point here, like fashion and the looks and the body and all that, it does matter. But fuck me, you've got to open a girl first. You know, you can always work on your, like I like to say, it's like working on your branding. All this shit goes out the fucking window, because without the confidence, you're not gonna own what you're wearing. So like, and to get the confidence, you need to have the conversations. So the first one, we were walking through Trafalgar Square. My anxiety was through the fucking roof. I was confident up until like 2 or 3 days before, just like jiu-jitsu, just like a competition. The fucking nerves, just the reality kicks in, and we walked past this one girl. She wasn't even that nice, and she went to take photos of a fountain. You were like, fucking do it, Ryan, fucking do it, just run in there, you're gonna die anyway, who fucking cares, just fucking do it, no one cares. So I ran after her. A load of shit came out my mouth, but I think it was a load of shit, but it probably wasn't. I said, hey, sorry, I just saw you, I thought you looked nice, and I feel like you look a bit lost. Just totally made it up. She wasn't lost. She's at the fountain that she was making her way to. She knew exactly where she was. I didn't know where the fuck I was. I was like, you look a bit lost. And she went, no, I'm just waiting for my friends. And just turned around, took photos of something, and I was like, okay, bye. And I just ran away. And but like that was just like, it was like this fucking climax. And then the anxiety went down from 100% to 50%. And I was like, fuck me, like, it's like I'd waited my whole life for that moment. And yeah, and then it was scary, I'm not gonna lie, it was scary as fuck.
Yeah, man.
It was scarier than I imagined. And I still find it scary. I think it's the scariest thing you can do. And I don't want to put people off, because like the reason, like, if you really want to make a fucking difference in your life, you have to do scary stuff. Everyone is hiding behind Tinder pictures. You're wasting your time and money on photographs and fucking clothes, trying to do all this shit, trying to build yourself to look like something you're not. One day, when you do get a match and you jump through all these hoops, you're going to meet that girl, and you're still going to have that first interaction. And then what are you going to do? When you're cold as fuck, you haven't spoken to anyone, get out there and just don't stop. Get out. This is what you need to be training. This, you can always get better photos and stuff. Plus, when you're doing this day game and you're walking around, you're in new places, you're meeting new people, you can get better photos. But if you're relying on just building up this bullshit image of yourself, trying to compete online, you're wasting your fucking time.
Completely fucking agree, man. This shit really does change your fucking life. You're talking about it, you know, being scary and shit, and that's why I'm attracted to it. That's why, in my opinion, this has to be done, because it's scary. That's why it's exciting. Yeah, that's why we do it. Because if it wasn't scary, everyone would be fucking doing it. It'd be fucking easy. Kristian wouldn't be asked about it. I'd be probably, I don't know, fucking juggling in a circus or some shit, or tightroping across some like swimming pool of piranhas. You know, you need that nervousness, because like I always say to people, you're gonna be dead anyway. You don't fucking matter. They don't give a flying fuck about you. So you've got nothing to lose. If you want to live a life of greatness, you have to do scary shit. Full fucking stop. So that was the Friday, yeah, when we did the Trafalgar Square, we did approaches and stuff. And then yesterday, on the Saturday, that's when shit started to happen, wasn't it? When we were going down Oxford Street. Tell us about that fucking experience, man.
Yeah, so Friday literally broke me. I was terrified. I think I did 7 approaches on the Friday. Even just like, I think the second one was just smoking hot girl outside the jewelry store. And whether you think you want to get them, it's just, I've got so many like little tidbits that I want to share. Tidbits? Who the fuck says that? Anyway,
you say it, man.
I just
you fucking say it.
Yeah.
You own that shit, man.
But anyway, so I went up to this girl by the jewelry store. And you were like, what about this one? Fucking black spandex leather thing, furry coat, stood outside the jewelry store, looked rich as fuck, and just, I was like, dude, I can never look.
Quintessential absolute word. We got a fucking phone call going off, lad.
Oh my god, fucking. So, it's the landlord, don't worry.
It's the landlord. It all happens on this fucking podcast, but I've got the landlord coming. But anyway, yeah, you were chatting to an absolute fucking worldie.
Yeah, chatted to the worldie. She had a boyfriend. I basically repeated some bullshit line. It was so uncalibrated, but I knew it was uncalibrated. I was just getting it out my system. But then, and this is the key thing to remember, is that after that, we walked past 2 hot girls, and I stopped and I said, sorry girls, just want to say you both look fucking awesome. What are you doing walking around here today? And I would have fucked that one up if I hadn't approached the one before. So it's like you've got I feel like you've got this meter, and it's like you do the approach, and then this confidence and energy and charisma goes up, but then it's trickling down quickly. Yeah. You need another one. And you just need to, and you need to dive into them, or you need to be pushed into them. And I'll be honest, at first I didn't like getting pushed into them, and then when I was left to my own devices, I did nothing, and I was like, I fucking understand why I need to keep doing this. So then, anyway, first day, we didn't really get anywhere numbers or anything. I went back home, humbled that night, and I went back to Tom Torero watching Beginner's Daygame, because previously I discarded all this shit, because we all want to be better than we are ahead of time. We all want to be doing flying arm bars and, you know, heel hooks in jiu-jitsu before you can even pass a fucking guard, and then you go and get smashed up and you realise, and then you go home, and then you're like, okay, I need to learn the fucking basics. I watched the Beginner Daygame thing a few times, and I was like, I'm just going to go out tomorrow, and I'm going to focus on stop, engage, and just say, I just want to say, you look nice, and observe something. And then in Oxford Street, I'm trying to think, I got the number on the second day, didn't I?
You did, man. You did. Yeah. Absolute fucking time that was.
So this really hot, like, young student girl, she actually helped me. She fucking closed me.
She closed, didn't she, man? She fucking closed me.
It was hilarious, because like I owned how fucking nervous and how I was digging a fucking hole, but I stopped around. I got in front of her because I'd done a few side stops, and you'll quickly realise that you feel like a peasant when they're just walking alongside you, walking off like, sorry, what the fuck do you want? Yeah. You have to stop with conviction. Everything after that, when they stop, that it's like 90% of the battle, stopping them and fucking starting that conversation. So own the stop. And when you're talking with her, everyone else just disappears anyway into oblivion. So I stopped her. She took her headphones off. She looked so fucking pissed off. And I was like, I think I opened with, you look fucking pissed off. And she was like, I've just broken up with my boyfriend. I was like, okay, well, good news is I just stopped to say that you look really nice. And she was like, pissed off, smiling, and just confused as fuck. I must have just like blown her reality. Like, I was like, how long ago did this happen? And she was like, oh, just like 1 hour ago. And I was like, okay, is now a bad time to ask you for a coffee or something like that. And she was like, it was just a bit of a mess. I couldn't get my words out properly, and she was like, let me help you out. My name's Hannah. Nice to meet you, Ryan. No, nice to meet you. What's your name? I was like, yeah, okay, thanks, Hannah. Thanks for the help. My name's Ryan. What's your plans? And then she was like, no plan. I'm going to meet my friends. I've got no plans, but I can give you my number. So she closed me. So as much as this is why I think you want to nail the opener, and it also helps to add a bit of context, you know, like, I know this is random or whatever, you look nice, and if you do add a personalization, like, you look nice because of this, or I really like this, your style, it kind of makes them feel a bit more unique. But you could also open with, you look fucking pissed off.
And that for me was the best thing you could have said, because to say that demonstrates that you've read how she is in that moment and you've used that in your fucking open. You're not being like, "Hiya, darling, you look creative, you look French." No, you look fucking pissed off.
She would, if I'd have said anything else,
right,
like,
exactly.
"Hiya, love, you alright?" Or like, "Oh yeah, you look really hot." She would have just, you could see, like, I stopped, I put my arms up a bit, I was like, "Whoa, you look pissed off, what's going on?" You know, just like that social awareness.
Exactly.
Like, stop and go in with a genuine, like, open it genuinely and observe her, basically. After that, I was just diving into him. Even you, I was like, I saw this one girl fucking looked at you about 4 times. Her head.
That was a filthy as fuck IOI. Kristian will just relate this story very concisely. We were walking down. There's a girl with a friend. She had her tits were properly out. Very, very naughty looking. And she's just coming towards us, looked at her, she looked at me like, yeah, you say, fucking 4 times, absolutely filthy. So I was like, right, I'm gonna go do some fucking damage over here. Stopped him, chatted to him, she was like, just fucking loving it, number closed, we're chatting now, I'll probably see her next weekend, so that's just fucking happy days, isn't it? But yeah, like, when you get those filthy IOIs, yeah, you have to act on them. Like, guys are always like, yeah, I'm getting loads of IOIs. Well, go and do something with them, because an IOI on its own is not gonna do anything. You can get like 100 IOIs, you're still sleeping alone. Put yourself in those situations, then you'll fucking live like a king.
You're not walking around for that validation. I came here with no expectations. Well, I'll tell the truth. Before I came here, I thought I would do way better than I could. After my first approach, I thought I might even not do this again. After 18 approaches, I did better than I thought after that way better than I thought after that first approach. And I realised this is not a quick fix. This is like, you are tuning so many fucking social and mental muscles. Basically, you're just like unlocking something that has always fucking been there, or that potential has always been there. And when you crack it open, I think you can't go back.
Yeah, man.
You can't go back. You're dominating the competition by even that first one, that first terrifying one. You've done something 99.9% of guys are never going to do
in their whole fucking life, and they don't realise the land of opportunity that's available to them. And one thing I'll say as well, Ryan, is that at the end of our session yesterday, like, watching you like just fucking come alive on the streets of London, yeah, having gone from being a terrified beginner to someone who's just running into interaction with absolute worldies. You're on that fucking godly frequency, the fucking energy was coming off you, and I remember you saying to me like, this feels fucking great, yeah, look how I'm walking now. You had that fucking swagger going on, no alcohol, no fucking drugs, just the natural narcotic of doing a fucking coffee, man. Where did we get the coffee from? Cafe Nero or some shit? Fuck no, shout out Cafe Nero.
So hold the coffee, man.
Yeah, hold the coffee. What's Cafe Nero, man? All the fucking coffee. Ryan's gonna go do his business. So that's just to watch that transformation in somebody from just having done a couple of days dive bombing into discomfort. Like, the pride that was in me was just fucking meteoric, man. I felt like a proud fucking dad. And just to know where you've come from in your personal life, to have been doing it there in one of the most difficult cities, is just fucking mind-blowing, man. So just big fat fucking well done to you.
Thanks, man.
Honestly, man, I'm just like, I'm sat here today, it's a Sunday, we're gonna go fucking do shit later, get some like pickies and stuff, but I want you to go back to Cardiff with your head held high. I'm not saying it's a fucking coach, I'm saying it's a fucking mate, because you have done wonders for yourself this weekend, and I want you to feel nothing but pride for yourself, because that makes me feel happy to know that you've done shit for yourself, man. And
thanks, man.
You have done this shit for yourself, man.
I appreciate it, yeah, and I appreciate you for giving me a real fucking kick up the arse and just hard truths, really. If you don't fucking do it.
It was hard truths, wasn't it, man?
Mate,
yeah.
it is. Yeah. Guys, whoever's listening to this shit, it's fucking emotional. But like training weights, those, and very, very, very fucking quickly, like when you tear your muscles, when you tear your social and emotional muscles, they heal back stronger. Warming up to this, I speak to everyone.
Yeah.
I go into Greg's to buy a coffee and I want to ask something that they haven't heard today. I get in conversations, I chat shit about my diet, why I haven't got a fucking bun with my meat. Just anything that like I can go, I try and make everyone I talk to, try and make their day. Start doing that. Start fucking just talk to people as much as you can. Then that's going to give you some reference experience. But even if you're really, like, I thought I was really good, like I could walk in the post office, chat shit to the woman behind the counter, but there's no ego at stake, there's nothing involved there. Maybe a little bit, you know, because I'm still like, I still own what I say when I make jokes, but stopping someone in the street and being direct with that intent is another thing. So just go one step at a time, and yeah, that I think that's it. Like just get that next step, and if that means you've never approached, and if you're scared to do, here's like a really important takeaway: if you don't approach now for the next week and you're still thinking about getting a coach, you should have fucking booked it the day after you didn't approach. The next time you don't have the balls to do it, phone fucking Kristian or whatever, have a chat and just book a day and get it fucking done. Because if I hadn't done that, and I'm like that with business, I act as soon as something's going wrong in life or I need to fix something, I just pay and I work it out after. Even if you listen to this, you probably are thinking about it. Just book it and get it done. Pay and forget about it and worry about it later, because I think, or maybe, you know, I hit a point where I realised, and especially now I'm thinking, why the fuck didn't I do this ages ago? Like what the damage I could have done if I did this when I started watching videos like 3 years ago, you know, and anyone can do this. Like Tom Torrero's story is fucking incredible.
Yep.
And like, yeah, I just think no excuses, just get something booked and get it fucking done, because it'll be game changing. Whether you get laid, like, it's funny, isn't it? Because when you first start, you're going up to these girls, you're not fucking horny thinking about getting laid. Your goal is to open your mouth. Yeah. Like that, like getting laid is comes later on. It's humbling, but I think if you've got the right mindset and you're ready to like literally build yourself into an elite, like a real alpha who fucking goes for what he wants, and you can't do it on your own, just get something booked straight up.
Just completely fucking resonate with that, man. Like, you know, this is it's an investment, man. It's an investment into your future self. You think of all the shit that you chuck money on in your life, and everything that guys do is to get them girls. Let's be fucking honest. Why you go to the gym? Why you go to salsa class? Why you get the car? Why you get the watch? It's all to get you girls. So rather than wasting your money on shit that could get you girls, invest in something that will. Invest in yourself, and remember that every approach you're putting yourself into, that's an investment into your future self as well. So I'm just fucking pleased, right? I'm so happy that you've got to experience this as an active player rather than a static spectator. Because listen, everyone's got their opinion on shit. You look at like YouTube comments, everyone's got their opinion. Yeah, you should do that, you should do this. I would have done this. And it's like, the reality is, man, when you're in that situation, when you're chatting to an absolute worldie, you do not know what the fuck you would have done. All you're thinking, like Ryan said, is opening your fucking mouth, letting the chips fall where they may. So stop commenting, start chatting, people.
Yeah, you know. 100%.
So yeah, man, have you got any closing thoughts? Because I don't really have any closing thoughts, man, but I thought I'd just put that out there just for the sake of, clarity and that.
Ultimately, man, just thanks very much. It's been literally just an enlightening, mind-bend experience. Like I said, it's nothing like I thought it would be. And I'm humbled. I've got a lot to fucking learn, but I already feel like when I, like, you know, you'll it sounds shit, but I'm going to look at like normal people who don't do this now and think, and look at the decisions you can make in life honestly to just settle for a basic fucking average life when you can literally go and get anything you want. And I think something that led me to this was I realised I read some books and started a business. Then I was like, I'm going to fucking learn jiu-jitsu, and I did that. If you can learn anything, you can learn this. You can literally do it. But if you don't try, you're never going to unlock your potential. And you don't just leave with like, as much as you'd love it to just be all about sex and getting laid, you don't just leave with that. You leave, like, leveled the fuck up, just leveled up socially. I was walking around Oxford Street feeling like 7 foot tall. My eye contact now has never been so strong with girls. I can see when girls, like, double, triple look at me. And I feel like I want to hold myself to it and keep doing it. I'm going to do another boot camp soon to stay warm, but when I go back to Cardiff, Bridgend or Swansea or whatever, it used to sound crazy to me that you need to go out for 2 hours and approach loads of people and get numbers in. You might be thinking, oh, but they're real people, you can't treat them like statistics. Unfortunately, when there's numbers involved, they are fucking statistics. And
they don't give a flying fuck about you either.
No, the reality is, guys, they're fucking spinning plates as well. You've got to be the lion going after those fucking gazelles, and and it'll really train you to feel like that fucking lion. Because right now, you're on Tinder feeling like a fucking gazelle, and the girls are picking you. Like, whether you want to accept that shit and go and waste your money on photos, let them swipe you and decide on whether they like you. You can go and fucking see what they're really made of as well, and have these awesome interactions. It's just mind-blowing, man. It is just mind-blowing. It's terrifying, it's amazing, and I think, like, as soon as I just want to keep getting them in now. I'm kind of worried that I'm not going to do it, but that fear is going to make me fucking do it. Everywhere I go now, like, if I see a nice girl, sorry, just have to say, you look really nice, I really love this coat, you know. Yeah.
And that's what it is, man, you know, that is what it is. The success is in the showing up, isn't it? You put yourself in the position, great things will happen to you. If you don't put yourself in the position, fuck all's going to happen to you. So it's your decision, man. You either do fuck all or you make shit happen.
And one more thing, they react really well to just, like, it looks basic. When you look online, some of the guys just saying, you look really nice in this pink coat. I feel like you look like the Pink Panther. You could say anything, and you're like, how the fuck is she even laughing? That shit chat, I could chat better than that. But it's not. It's the way you say it, the way you stopped, the way you're just joking around with her, and just talk about her. Talk about her. Simple things. Talk about her, and she'll lap it up, basically. And fucking, if she likes you, she'll help you out. If she doesn't, she'll be like, I gotta go. But that whole rejection thing, that fucking word, it's like, it's more like that. It's just incompatible. It could be for any reason. She's busy, and you've just got to, like, I just think people focus on that rejection word, and I never really did. And it's still, you know, she's not going to put a fucking custard pie in your face and go, get away, you fucking creep, and phone the police. None of that happens. Just like, you might get, oh, sorry, I'm busy, you know, and she walks off because she thought you were going to fucking sell her charity fucking shit.
Exactly. She's simply declining an invitation that you're putting out. Same girl.
And it's not even to you. It's just to speak at that point. Right. It's like...
Same girl, different day, different story. You know, it's just all a matter of what's going on at that time. Don't take shit personally. It's easy to say, but the reality is you have to just have that bulletproof bravado. Go through it, like, no fucks given. And the way you get that invincibility, that level of, like, I do not give a fuck, put yourself in front of more girls, get blown out, get whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. That puts hairs on your chest and you'll feel like a fucking legend. Because you're like, you know what? Nothing can fucking touch me.
And even if you do take things personally, just fucking take it personally, but just do it again until you stop taking it personally. Like, just don't deny the feelings, just embrace them. That it is what it fucking is. You've got two options, really: keep doing it and get better, or just don't do it and keep wanking. And
just be a fucking fat slob, just like, you know,
just eat Cheetos, jack off,
wank yourself off with sandpaper, man. Wank yourself off with sandpaper. You're in Centipede too. Anyway, let's not go down that rabbit hole. Anyway, this has been an enlightening interview. I really hope anyone who's listening to this, you listened all the way to the end of this, it's just been a shit ton of fucking value. Hopefully you've soaked up every ounce of it. Now you sat there thinking, you know what, I want to change my fucking life. So you know what to do. Drop me an email, ukdaygame@gmail.com. We'll get you fucking sorted. But listen, man, thank you for providing such great insights. There we go. That was a noise of us just, slapping hands together, man. But yeah, man. I really wish you the best in everything that you do going forward into the future. You're in my life now. You're in the inner circle of Kristian, and we're always going to be in contact because Your success is my priority. I want to watch you go from strength to strength, and anytime you've got fucking questions, we'll have fucking chats. Keep the fucking sexy vibe flowing, and I've just had a fucking sick time with you, man. So,
appreciate it, man.
No, you're welcome.
Same back
man.
at you.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Right, listen. What I was going to say, that's right. Stay fucking sexy. Ta-da.
You stay sexy, okay?